Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Wednesday call. This is a motivation call with none other than myself, Salon Drama, a.k.a. Sue Ham, baby. I know it's been a minute, guys. We've been out for a little bit, but we are back. Man, so much has been going on, and I just want to say I'm happy to be back. Let me go ahead and mute the callers. Give me just 1 second, guys. Yes. So I'm just excited to be back. Oh, man, very, very excited. I have been gone for a little while because I've been doing a lot of things. If you have been following me, you know that I have been blessed to be casted with David E. Talbert's new cast in the movie A Myers Christmas. They've got some phenomenal actors in the movie. I'll just name a few: Danny Glover, Sanaa Lathan, Nicole Ari Parker, who is married to the beautiful, handsome Boris Kojo. You got Kimberly Elise. You got a lot of Monica, the singer, a lot of heavy hitters in the movie. A Myers Christmas, which they are filming right now in Atlanta, will be out next year in theaters, and they've also got Sue Ham, baby, who is joining the cast. Yes, I'm very excited, guys. And just finished wrapping up my stage play, Salon Drama. We just did the play just a few days ago in Sumter, South Carolina. So a lot of my attention has been really directed to getting the stage play out there, getting exposure, which is what this call is all about today, getting exposure via social media, radio, and TV. And so I decided, I've had so much success with that. I wanted to do a quick call this morning just to tell people about how they can use their media, their local media, to really, really, really broaden their exposure for their events, their products, their service, or whatever they are doing in the community. So real quick, let's do some quick housekeeping. Again, I am Salon Drama, affectionately known as Sue Ham, baby. You can connect with me on Facebook at Sue Ham Biz. Terry Clay and I are doing the Business Exposure Mastermind once again. We just got back from Mexico in October, so, I've been busy. We did Mexico in October, did the stage play in November, and next month I'm headed to Atlanta to start filming my part in David Talbert's movie, A Myers Christmas. So connect with me on Facebook at Sue Ham Biz. Find out more about where we're going with the Business Explosion Mastermind, which is Vegas, April 2nd. Through April 6th. You can get all that great information at businessexplosion.net. And to find out more about the Sue Ham School of Success, go to SueHam.com. Now let's jump into our call, okay? Really quick, short call, but I think it's pretty informative. Now, one of the things that I wanted to do with my stage play, because I was going into an area where not a lot of people knew me, and I knew that I had to put out content that would draw people in. And I couldn't just rely on Facebook because everybody is not on Facebook. So I had to be able to reach into other markets via TV, radio, newspaper, and I also did word of mouth. I also sent out letters, and I also called people. We did email blasts, text messaging, the whole works. Anything that I could think of as far as how to get in front of people, we did it. So, we employed about 10 different tactics, okay, and they were very effective. But one of the things I want to share with you on this call is about radio and TV. Now, we can go into social media, we can go into mailing and calling and setting up text services and all of that great stuff at another time, but I want to touch on TV and radio. If you guys go check out one of my websites, it's Social Media Dominance. That's DOMINANCE.net. You'll be able to see some of the radio and TV appearances that we've had here in the last 3-4 months. So we're not talking about stuff that's old. We're talking about new relative stuff where we were able to get on TV and radio to promote my new stage play, Salon Drama. And one of the key things that helped me to get on TV and radio without spending a dime, did you guys get that? Without spending a dime was the fact that we decided to put back into the community. That's right, folks. There's so much negative stuff in the news, so much negative stuff on radio and TV, social media, that the news is actually looking for great Samaritans, okay, that are willing to give back and put back into the community. And because I tied in the fact that we were giving out scholarships to persons in the hair and beauty industry. The media was all over it. They wanted to put us on. Prime example, we were down in the Myrtle Beach area, and I contacted the producer and was like, yo, we're doing a stage play. Part of the portions is benefiting students in the hair industry, and they were like, yo, we come out to your site. Now, how awesome is that? I didn't have to go to them. They actually came out to the site, to my sister's hair salon, and filmed us, and I think we had about 10 minutes actually on live television. And the producer said to me, man, this is awesome. We love these type of stories where people are giving back. So that's tip number one, guys. If you are giving back to the community in some way, form, or fashion, or to some type of organization, that is a great way to get free publicity. You're doing a 2-for-1. You're giving back to the community, right? And you're also growing your brand, and you're getting the exposure you so desire. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, but Sue, how do you get in contact with these producers? Because it's hard to get somebody on TV and radio. I think it's hard if you look at it as being hard. I don't look at it that way. I look at it when I wake up in the morning, I wake up with the mindset of that I'm going to accomplish this. This is something I need, and I'm going to make it happen. If I can't get through to the first 5 or 6, I'm going to continue to keep going until I can get at least 2 a day, okay? Get through to 2 a day, and that's either by email or radio. And I give, like, step-by-step instructions on how to do this. We have a new course that's starting December 1st, so if you guys are interested in that, you can check it out at socialmediadominance.net. But the first tip is to get something back by way of community. The second thing is to get in with these producers, okay? You've got to get them to know you and like you. Now, when you're sending emails to these producers on radio and TV, don't just send some, half-behind email, okay? You've got to send something that shows them that you know what you're talking about. You've got to make sure that you're using great spelling and great grammar. Why? Because they can't hear you. They're only reading what you send to them, and they don't want to put somebody on radio and TV who cannot speak well and who cannot put together a great sentence, okay? So one of the things that I do when I'm sending emails to these producers is I will include a clip either of me on a previous TV show, or I will include a clip of me from a video I may have done and put on Facebook, or I may include a sound bite from me so they can hear and see and know, listen, I know you're taking a chance, but you're taking a great chance on putting me on radio and TV because I'm not going to bomb. I speak well. I'm not afraid of the microphone. So, and they'll be more prone to put you on. Guys, I'm telling you, I've got emails from producers that say that, look, you can come back anytime you want. You speak well. You present yourself well. You've got a great message. You've got great energy, and that's what you want. You want to be able to connect with them. And so with email, it's kind of hard, but you just have to be able to put together an email that is really going to captivate their attention. You got to put in a subject line that's really going to captivate their attention. And my advice to you is to send some type of soundbite or send some type of video where you were on TV previously. If you've never been on TV, then my suggestion to you is to send a video that you may have done, a motivational video or something, or where you've been speaking and encouraging people, just something to show them that you speak well and you're not going to kill the ratings on their show, okay? Now, one of the things you can do, too, is if you have a website, direct them to your website. You can say you can find more information here, because those producers do not want to make their anchor women or their hosts look horrible by booking somebody who is horrible. So if you've got a website that has all that stuff on there, your videos and everything that you've done or your sound bites, that's a great thing, too, to direct them to your website, because they are going to do the research. Trust me. They're not just going to put any willy and nilly up there to embarrass their host or their anchorman. All right? So that's 2 great tips I've given you already. I suggest you do that. Third thing is, if you book a radio show, right, do not, listen to me, do not do the radio show over the phone if you can commute to it, right? Prime example, I just did a radio interview on the Jamal Bates show in Columbia, South Carolina. Jamal was like, Sue, because Columbia is 2 hours away from me, guys. Did you hear me? 2 hours away from me. And Jamal was like, Sue, we're going to do the interview over the phone. It's going to be about 2 or 3 minutes. That's what Jamal thought. I know from experience that if I can get to a radio station or if I can get to a TV station, right, I'm not going to do anything over phone. I don't want to do it over Skype. I want to be there. Let me tell you why I want to be there. Number one is I want to be represented in the best light possible, meaning I don't want my call dropping because, I can't get reception. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We don't want that to happen. Number two is I want to be in the studio with that radio host or that TV host because I want to meet them personally, because I know that if I can get in their presence, I'm going to win them over. Now, you know, it's almost like a salesperson, right? Because that's what we are. Everybody's a salesperson, whether you believe it or not. We're always trying to sell something, whether you're selling yourself or you're selling a product or a service or you're selling your idea. We are all salespeople selling something. So as a salesperson, I want to be in front of that radio host or that TV producer. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get more time than they originally told me. Ooh, that's a hot tip right there. I hope you guys are writing this tip down. Those are 3 tips I'm giving you already. I'm going to get more time than what they originally told me. I went in to Columbia once again, which took me 2 hours to get there. While I'm sitting there last week in the studio, in walked Pastor Marvin Winans Sr. If you guys don't know who he is, Google him. He's with the famous family, the Winans. He was in Tyler Perry's movie, I Can Do Bad All By Myself. You know, he was a preacher, the one that said, you just don't want to know. I can't sing. But nonetheless, he pulled up and came in, and I was wearing my Salon Drama T-shirt. And as soon as he came in, he was like, Salon Drama, the stage play. He instantly glued to it. Another thing I want you to do, another tip real quick right there, wear your paraphernalia. You're going on TV, you're going on radio, wear your paraphernalia, wear your branding. People can't help but read T-shirts. We're inquisitive beings, okay? We want to see what's on T-shirts. So I wore my T-shirt because that's where I was at the radio station to get interviewed about my upcoming stage play, Salon Drama. And instantly he was drawn to the shirt because it had a scissors on there, it had a barber's clipper, and it had stage play, Salon Drama. It pulled people in. So I was supposed to go on air at 3:15. Pastor Marvin Winans got there. He was in there for close to an hour. Jamal kept coming out saying, Sue, we're going to get you on. I'm sorry. And I said, dude, listen, I'm good. We're not in a rush. Because in my mind, I was already thinking, I'm going to get a picture with Pastor Marvin Winans. You know, so I'm like, I don't mind waiting. Next thing I know, guys, this is what happens. This is why you need to go to these interviews. Jamal comes out and says, Sue, you know what, you've been waiting for a minute. You're supposed to be in at 3:15. Come on, we're going to put you in the studio. And so I'm thinking, I never saw Pastor Marvin Winans exit. Am I going in there with him? So I asked Jamal. Jamal's like, yeah. I said, let me ask you this, bro. Can I record? Once again, tip number 4, you want to record while you're in the radio station, while you are in the TV station. You want to record leading up to that, building up the hype. You want to record while you're there. He's like, I've got no problem. I walk into the studio. Pastor Marvin Winans, he's a comical dude. Really love him and Jamal. They are funny. If you guys want to check out that interview, I've got about 8 parts to that interview on my YouTube channel at Sue Ham 1974. So just go to Sue Ham, put in SUE-HAM. That'll take you to my YouTube channel. You can watch all of that interview. Very comical. So I walk in, and Pastor Marvin Winans once again goes, Salon Drama, you know? And I said, Pastor Marvin Winans, do you mind if I record you while we're in here? And he's like, nah, go ahead. So we ended up being in the studio with Jamal Bates on the Jamal Bates Show and Pastor Marvin Winans Sr. for over an hour. You understand what I'm telling you? He ended up buying 2 tickets and donating them on air. I ended up giving him my information. He started asking me all kind of questions about the play. But here's what I'm trying to say to you. Had I not gone into that radio station, driven 2 hours, I would have never had the opportunity to interact with Jamal Bates. I would have never had the opportunity to interact with Pastor Marvin Winans. I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be able to have pictures. I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be able to have video, which lasts so much longer, pictures and videos. And now I also have a copy of the actual interview, which now I can paste on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I can email. I can take it and put it wherever I want. If I want to do a class, I can show people, listen, I'm teaching how to get on radio, how to get on TV. You don't believe me? Here I am right here. And we're actually doing that with my new course, socialmediadominance.net, on December 1st. It's an online course, so everybody's available to attend. So those are the reasons why when you book something, if it is within commuting distance, you need to be there. I live in King Street, South Carolina. I've booked TV interviews in Atlanta, Georgia, which is 5 hours away. I drive there. I get there. I do not care. They say to me, well, you know, you live a long way. I'm like, I don't care how far I live.